Panthers. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be creating a really simple, really small composition using our skills with pattern. And again, to kind of go over what we've been talking about so far, pattern can be created using lines, colors, shapes, by repeating them or changing them into a pattern that keeps showing up over and over again. All right, which is, I guess, another word of saying repeating. So here we go. What we're going to be doing is, in my composition, I just did a very small or medium-sized frame. I just drew a kind of a square, and I traced my hand, as you guys can see. Now, the whole hand didn't fit. I just traced what fit inside the frame. If you want to do a different shape, so let's say you want to do a heart, totally fine too. So the best and easiest way to do this is find a sheet in your sketchbook, create a frame. A frame can be a rectangle or a square. And this is where all your artwork's going to go. So you can decide what sort of shape do you want to have broken up into all these different patterns. If you want to keep it simple and just do something like a heart, you totally can. If you want to do an Among Us character, you can do that. You can do literally anything in this section. You just want it to be a little bit on the simpler side. You don't want to get so elaborate that it's hard to figure out where to put the pattern. So I did a hand, and then I went and I took a straight edge. So if you have a ruler, awesome. I didn't have a ruler handy, so I just used a little mini notebook. Then I broke my artwork up into some simple, little sections here. Let me show you on the one we just did. So on my heart one, what I did here is I'm going to have you guys take something like a straight edge, and again, it doesn't have to be a ruler, it could be anything, and you want to do somewhere between 3 and 5 lines. You don't want this to have so many lines that you just run out of motivation to fill in your area with all these different patterns. You don't want to really go too crazy with it. But in each section now, I want to see if you guys can create patterns using lines, using shapes, and using colors. So whatever you choose for color, it could be color pencil, it could be oil pastel, it could be marker, it could be paint, whatever you would like. So let's see, my other section here, I'm trying to figure out a really cool, I suppose a set of lines could go in here. So I'm going to choose over here, and I'm going to just do repeating 3 lines right next to each other, all over the place, until I fill in my space. In this case, I'm going to just fill in this like finger section that I drew. And you guys can see it's done with color and line. Okay, wonderful. So that's one area. I think for this part here, I want it to be a solid, so I might just go ahead and repeat my color and kind of treat this like nail polish. Down here, let's come up with another pattern. I can do some scales, like a fish. And if I want to, I suppose I can go and change the color and draw with something else. You totally can. Some scales. Over here, we can do something like, how about some curly lines? Or let's do curly lines like this. Until I fill up the whole section here. So that's what you guys want to do. You want to kind of go in different chunks and create patterns using different lines and shapes and colors. You do it until you fill in the entire square, and it's going to look really interesting, really cool. So go ahead and post this beautiful work onto Seesaw when you're done, and I look forward to seeing it.